Give it to me like
ฮัลโหลสวัสดีครับแล้วก็มาต่อกันกับ Final Fantasy พาร์ทที่12นะครับขอเวลาแป๊บหนึ่งนะไปไหนกันไม่รู้เราต้องมาจุดนี้นะครับแต่ว่าระหว่างนี้นี่คืออะไรมารู้ไปเราเดินไปก่อนสำรวจต้องมีรางวัลแห่งนักสำรวจแน่นอนคือจุดลงเรือนะครับก็จะแบบเอามีเรือขึ้นมาจะดึงมาแล้วก็มาตรงนี้จึงแง่ว่านะไม่รู้จริงเปล่าทำไมมีคนตายเพียบเลยเนี่ยนอนตายกันเพียบเลยถามว่าสนไหมสนกล่องนี่แหละตายกันไหนนะมันมาตายแถวนี้เนาะคุยกับใครวะคุยคนเดียวเนี่ยทำไมตายอนาถขนาดเนี้ยเปิดได้ไหมนะเปิดได้แต่มีของไหมนะไม่ได้โอเครางวัลของนักสำรวจไม่มีนะครับเพราะนั้นวิ่งเลย
Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosameth.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Ambrosia ไม่ต้องเกรงใจขา
I need to ride from here.
อ้าวต้องเดินต่อนะครับ
I did, Mummy. I could hear.
ทำไมไม่ให้เราขี่ในเมื่อเนี่ยโจโกโบยังเข้ามันอ๋อก็ขี่ไม่ได้
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed. Be gone.
ไม่มีรั้วนะเนี่ยเดี๋ยวจะโดนถ้าไม่มีรั้ว
But this is their home.
โกโบโอเกงกิเดสกา
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
อ๋อสงสารฐานเราเองเนี่ย
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened.
เกิดอะไรขึ้นกับที่นี่
The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate.
นั่น
And it
คือ
looks like we're not the
ทาง
only
หลัก
ones hoping to get in.
โอ้วาร์ปได้แล้วโย
Let us pass.
ขอให้เราผ่านไป
Have
เด็ก
mercy.
ๆกำลังหิวโปรดเมตตา
Voice-ridden dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
More than enough for everything.
Find the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all. I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties. Cut you down where you stand. Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
หาทางอื่นที่จะผ่านไปทางไหนอะ
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus.
Lazarus.
We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Backlight burn นะครับ
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old
ที่
Hill.
ผลาญอยู่
Maybe they found who they were looking
ไฟที่
for.
เผาในใจกองก็บินอีกแน่มันไม่ใช่เว้ยลงน้ำตูมไม่ได้ด้วยนี่มีเสียงแบบเหนอะหนะเหนอะหนะโอ้
Over here! Sick 'em! Throw to 'em!
โอ้โห1,700ไอ้1,170เป็นไปได้ไม่ได้เยอะมากไม่ได้แถมเริ่มก่อนด้วยหาเรื่องปะล่ะปูย่างปูนึ่งสิถึงอร่อยได้กินปูนึ่งกันแน่ๆนะไม่จบ
This one.
sick 'em!
ใครไปหาเรื่องอะไรฝั่งนู้นวะมึงไม่ชวนเราเลย
Over here! Throw to 'em!
พอมีพลังของซิฟแล้วรู้สึกว่ามันป่วนศัตรูเป็นกลุ่มได้เยอะขึ้น
Get 'em!
เน้น PVE ตีพื้นที่แบบพื้นที่โล่งแต่ก็มันก็เล็งเข้ามอนให้อะเนาะหยอโอ้อะไรอ่ะนึกว่าเจออะไร
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
ไม่ได้หาทางไปเควสต่อนะหาทางแบบเจอกล่องนี่ก็ไม่ได้นั่นก็ไม่น่าได้ต้องเดินกลับ
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
มีคนมา
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
เลยเพราะงั้นมันก็มาลุมแน่ๆ
Not.
Over here! Throw to 'em! Sick 'em! Get 'em! This one! Throw 'em! Throw to 'em!
กลับคืนไปเลยแต่ไม่น่าตายนะน่าจะเกือบตายเฉยเพราะมันเก่งขึ้นเยอะ
It's over.
เรียบร้อยจบละพูดไม่ขาดคำ ตายเลย
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And
Hey.
he's long dead.
ฮัลโหล
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
ใช่หรือเปล่าเพื่อนไม่ใช่หรอเพื่อนเก่าไม่ใช่หรอ
The blessing
bảo
of
á.
the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is.
เห็นไหมเวทจริงด้วย โอ้ยนึกว่าตายกันไปแล้ว
We can speak inside.
ไอ้พวกอ๋อไม่ตุยเว้ยนึกว่าตายอะโดนเสียบขนาดนั้น
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good
ทำ
quartermaster.
ได้มันมีรางวัลให้อย่างเงี้ยรางวัลนักสำรวจ
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage. I will be here should you need aught else.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Black or white.
We'll keep them from the bridge. Don't you?
Aye.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Fly, Ambrosia.
ไปเลย Ambrosia
I got me sideways.
Come along now. The bastards are looking.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
อะไรขึ้นอีก
What is it
อ้า
now?
ติดตัวอักษร
I told you.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of
ไม่ได้
filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog,
dog โธ่
guard aught against the
พูด
might of
ต่อ
the Black
พูดต่อ
Shields?
เร็วมากเลยอ่ะ
Then come,
เดินข้ามไม่หาย
die along with your flame.
For Azaria! For Azaria!
โอเรีย
Your petty revolution ends
อย่า
here.
มาเล่นกับสายฟ้า
On these our swords we swear.
แล้วไม่โดนตบโฮมรันกระพือแล้วไม่กระพือในวงด้วยนะโดนกี่ตัวก็ไม่รู้
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
โอ้ยหลบได้วุ่นวิดแล้วมันเล็งเราไงจิ้งเหลนนั่นน่ะแล้วเราก็ไม่เห็นว่ามันเล็งเรามันจะโจมตีตอนไหน
me, boy. This one. Over here. Attack. Get him. Second. Go. To me, boy.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials
More
aren't
dragon.
taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
ค่ะคืออย่าได้พักตายแน่ตายแน่เองตายแน่ตายแน่
To me, boy. Get him. Attack.
ฮะ
A noble stand,
ดา
albeit
กูนอีกแล้ว
a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point, that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
โอ้คิดว่าหลบพ้นนะไม่หลบเฮ้ยไม่พ้นทั้งนั้นไปข้างบนเปียงมาถึงข้างล่างอีกนิดเดียวเองนั่นแหละกระทืบคือสิ่งดีๆที่เรามอบให้
So wait.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
มันดูไม่ค่อยเข้าเลย มันมีลูกกระจอกมาอีก
Over here. Help me, boy. This one. I needed that.
หลบไม่พ้นด้วยนะถามว่าจะหลบไม่พ้นแน่ๆใช้ยาเยอะมากเลยนะว้าวกว่ามันจะสเลนได้และมีสเลน
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Black or White จบนะครับแต้มบุญมาเป็น 85 แต้มแล้วตอนเนี้ยดูดิเอาไปทำประโยชน์อะไรได้
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Burn bed.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need...
I know. Go on now, my lord.
เราเจอกันเวท
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
ไอเหมียวมันถูกสตาร์ฟอยู่ที่นี่ด้วยนะตะเกียบ
Right, I guess.
เดินดัง
My
จริ
uncle
ง
believes
ๆนะ
we're
เรา
impossible to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
มาเสียงเดินดังมาก
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
ฉากตะกี้อยากได้เท่กำลังดี
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious
คิดว่าตายมาตั้งนานนะสิ
Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Madu in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
Tin.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster.
ไม่ทัน
Clive. Do you understand?
หน้าสวยมาก
I want to choose a different path, a better path.
ตาสวยเลย
To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do,
อันนี้ทัน
I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
ไปหายเอาเวปะใช่ Here be monster.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Typical nobles.
How did we never
There are
hear?
new billets being posted every day.
Clive!
Is something wrong?
It's black, and if I'm on it, normally something's. It's like I'm.
Fine. But if he doesn't...
All right, now wait a bit.
Smith Brew แล้วก็ได้เป็นแต้มบุญ10 แต้ม Angel of the Dead Ken Hilda มันก็มังกรตัวนั้นเราไม่ได้สู้ไปแล้วหรอไม่ใช่หรอ
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it.
The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
ทำเควสต่อนะครับ
I could have sworn we had a few. That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady.
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil, shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. Should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to stare. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think any...
Blackthorn? Something if he has doubt.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Assuming you're happy to...
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. Karen, Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come...
And he ain't been himself since he saw it.
Sorry, sold it all. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He doesn't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin now.
Thank you, Karen.
At least you...
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down. I didn't take you for a Scot.
I went from... but you...
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine. I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was the only...
Does the books...
Well, only...
One of the books...
ได้เพิ่มมาดีโอ้ก็มีแบบกดติดตามไปเลย
How did we never hear
There are
about
new
these
things
guardians of the
being
place?
You never heard about us.
อะไรทำอะไรวะว่าเป็นบินยังไงอ่ะ use the board hand allocate เหรอแล้วมันทำยังไงอะ
Be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran. The leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
ได้บุกตรงไอรอนไฮแล้วนะใช่ไหมเขาเรียกว่าไอรอนไฮปะ
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
Oh, ทำได้ด้วย
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's breath.
Black Bed Death Bread ใช่ปะ
Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go. I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to
และการ
Rosaria,
ผจญ
didn't
ภัย
it?
นี้
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 30
เราจะไป
years,
ต่อ
this
กันใน
rock
คลิป
was
หน้า
my
นะครับ
home. I know its secrets
ขอบคุณ
only
ที่
too
ติดตาม
well.
รับชมนะครับ
This
แล้ว
part
เจอกัน
was
ครับทุก
abandoned
คน
after an ether flood.
ขอตัด
They
กัน
don't
นะ
get it.